What's up, YouTube? It's No Change, and I'm back for another commentary, and this is another episode of my Cincinnati Bengals owner mode here in Madden 25. And this is finally the episode where we're going to get into the regular season versus the Chicago Bears. But before we do that, we're just going to take a look at some stats, final stats for the preseason throughout all 4 weeks. These are the final stats. If you missed Andy Dalton's stats, go back. He actually had a very high QB rating, didn't throw a single interception, so that's something that's really good, something that he could build on going into the regular season. The momentum that he had in the preseason and the rhythm that he had, hopefully he could take it into the preseason. And Shawn Williams, arguably the most impressive player throughout the entire preseason for the Cincinnati Bengals, will not be starting in this game, and that is due to a simple mistake I made. I forgot to put him as a starter, but don't fret, don't worry, he will be starting in week 2. I just had a very simple mistake. Sorry about that, guys. But as you guys know, in this year's Madden, you can finally import another draft class. Last year was the first year they had without that. They actually brought it back this year, and I will be doing so. So we have a lot of good players coming into this year's draft. We have Johnny Manziel, Taj Boyd, the Anthony Thomas, just to name a few. But as you guys can see, we are getting set to face the Chicago Bears finally here at Soldier Field for week 1 of the regular season. I know preseason is very important to cut down your rosters, to evaluate your young talent, and that's exactly what we did. We evaluated this rookie class, and to me, these rookies are all going to come in and make an immediate impact. But like I was saying, the preseason is good and all, but we all come to see the regular season. And without further ado, I'm going to give you guys exactly what you guys came for. The regular season, we have a lot to be excited about. This team, like I said in the description of these videos, they are right on the cusp of becoming an elite team. So hopefully they can make that leap as we will meet in the center of the field for the coin toss. And Jay Cutler will be sent out by head coach Mark Trestman. And on the first play of the game, he's going to go up deep to Brandon Marshall, and that will be nearly picked off by Taylor Mays. Who knows, if it was Shawn Williams, maybe he would have picked it off, but he did not get his feet down. And really quickly before I start commentating this video, I just want to say that I really like how the defensive backs catch interceptions that they don't get their feet down. In previous Maddens, they will automatically drop them if they weren't going to get their feet down, and they actually do tiptoe interceptions. And I just think that is something that is so small and something so simple that they should have added a long time ago, but I am happy that they finally added it this year. And if you've been playing Madden for a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But right back to commentating this, you guys saw that Jay Cutler threw a touchdown pass to start off his team on the right foot here in 2013. As you guys can see, Andy Dalton and the rest of the much improved Bengals offense is making its first appearance since acquiring a lot of the pieces that they have now, including Tyler Eifert, who just caught that pass right there. But they are missing AJ Green, and filling in for him is Mohamed Sanu, who just dropped that pass right there. And another drop pass by our new addition, Aldrick Robinson. So 2 straight drop passes will cause the Bengals to punt, and right back on the ball will be Jay Cutler and the rest of this offense. And the receiver who went across the middle, in fact, is Devin Hester, will catch a very hard hit and will drop the ball and will go down. But they will pass to Earl Bennett, but that will not be enough for a first down. So the Bengals get another chance to score. Not the way we wanted to construct the drive the last time out, and that's not the way we wanted to start off our regular season. The first team has to do a lot better. Andy Dalton is putting the passes there, but the receivers have to do better. And I believe that, you know, once AJ Green gets back, we won't have to worry about that too much. But Melton will get the sack on Andy Dalton right there and force a 3rd and 22 and back to pass. We're going to throw it to Sanu, almost picked off by the Chicago safety right there. So 2 straight empty drives for Andy Dalton and the rest of this offense. The offense is definitely not living up to the potential that they can play at, or the level that they can play. And we haven't gotten on the board yet, and it's near the end of the second quarter. And not to mention, our defense is getting shredded by Jay Cutler and Earl Bennett alone. And once again, on first down and 10, they will link up. This time they will get to the 22-yard line. So we have to find a way to stop them. And I have a chance at an interception right there, but I completely overrun it. And they will score yet again. So the Bengals go down 14-0 so far in this game. And then to put the icing onto that cake, Andy Dalton will be picked off by Charles Tillman. Jay Cutler back to pass, trying to increase their lead. Missing the sack will be Michael Johnson, but Drake Kirkpatrick will be there for redemption, and we'll get the ball right back to Andy Dalton. But he went to Andy Dalton on the sideline and said, actually do something with this possession, and he can't do that if Jermaine Gresham is going to be dropping passes over the middle. And here's finally a receiver who wants to catch the ball, and there's Mohamed Sanu up the sideline, getting to the Bears side of the field to the 40-yard line. And later on in that drive, on a 3rd down and 10, we're going to find Jermaine Gresham down the middle of the field for the touchdown. So we finally get the ball. There's a windmill dunk by Jermaine Gresham, who definitely goes home and catches the ball just like a center or a power forward in basketball. But that will take us into the half. The only stat that the Bengals are winning right now is the time of possession, and that has not even provided them with any type of lead or any type of advantage in this game. So this offense is back on the field in the 3rd quarter. It's going to try its best to mimic what it did in this last drive before halftime. And once again, our receiver Hawkins will drop the pass. So it seems like we're missing AJ Green more than I thought we would. And under pressure is Andy Dalton. Could not find anybody open. So we will be forced to punt yet again. And that will give Jay Cutler and the offense another chance to score. But Michael Bush filling in for the injured Matt Forte will take that screen pass for a loss. Maluga on the stop right there. But they're going to convert to Alshon Jeffrey right there for a gain of 14 yards on the reception right there. And once again, Cutler is going to hit Earl Bennett on the right side of the field. Obviously, Martellus Bennett and Earl Bennett are just a lethal combination, and there's Martellus Bennett making his 4th reception and getting his 85th yard on the day so far, and a wide open Michael Bush will provide Jay Cutler with a very effective check down option, and he will take the play all the way up to the 3-yard line. But Jay Cutler's back to pass with tons and tons of time in the pocket, going to find Brandon Marshall wide open on the left side of the field for a touchdown. And there he's doing, I guess that's a little Ric Flair thing. I don't even know. But we're going to hit Mohamed Sanu. He's going to get a nice little game right there. Due to the Bengals being down by 14 points, we're going to be passing a lot more often. And hopefully these receivers can catch the ball, which is something they did not do in the first half. But Andy Dalton's going to find a wide open Andrew Hawkins, but he's going to be hit and fumbled. But luckily, the ball will roll out of bounds, and that is his 2nd reception on the day. I believe he had a few drops as well, so I'm just glad here in the second half he's buckling down, getting himself together, and catching these passes that Andy Dalton is giving to him. But here's Aldrick Robinson getting the 10-yard or 12-yard gain, rather, getting down to the 2-yard line, and we're going to hand it off from the shotgun formation to the law firm and Jarvis Green Ellis. Might be the longest name of any running back in the league right now, and he will get the touchdown right there. But under pressure is Jay Cutler trying to scramble out to the right side, but he will be caught by Michael Johnson, our skilled edge rusher. But on 3rd down and 12, Cutler is going to try to force this one to Devin Hester, but it will be picked off by Terrence Newman. But of course, the injury bug has bitten this team already throughout preseason, and why not during the regular season? So we're going to have to keep you guys updated on Terrence Newman's injury status after he just made a great play and gave the Bengals a chance to tie. But Henry Melton will sack Andy Dalton for the 2nd time today, so we had to do a better job at blocking the inside rushers. But we're going to throw a touchdown to Andrew Hawkins, and like I said, I'm glad he buckled down, because he is a very, very important part to this offense, especially with the absence of AJ Green. He really has to step up, and that's exactly what he did. And our skilled edge rusher is coming up once again. Michael Johnson sacking Jay Cutler for the 2nd time today, and Geno Atkins will shut down that run.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a Bengals team official. He was able to tell me that it is a hand-related issue, but the doctors are still determining what the exact injury is.
There was the update to Terrence Newman's injury by Danielle Bellini, but on 3rd down and 18, they're going to hit Martellus Bennett over the middle, but that will not be enough. And this is where champions are made. Andy Dalton is going to try to lead his team to get a game-winning field goal or a game-winning touchdown, depending on our clock management skills. And there you guys see Ben Jarvis gets the rushing 1st down right there. And here's Giovanni Bernard getting a 9-yard gain, forcing the Bears to use their timeouts. But we will be stopped on 3rd down, so we will have to kick this field goal right here and give them 36 seconds to get a field goal or more. So hopefully our defense will stand tall, color back the pass, tons of time in the pocket. We definitely have to get more pressure on them, and with our great defensive line, I'm not sure why we are not. And they cannot get in the field goal ranges. They're going to hit Martellus Bennett over the middle, so it's looking like they will. But they do not have any timeouts. They use them all on defense. And Michael Johnson will sack Jay Cutler. And they're all going deep, so they're going to have to make their best effort to get back to the line of scrimmage for them to get another playoff. And they do get one off, so they have to score right here. Jay Cutler with tons of time again going to go up deep, but it will be picked off, and that will seal the deal by Pac-Man Jones with the interception. So the Cincinnati Bengals went into halftime with a 7-point deficit. Later it was increased to 14, so in the third quarter they actually trailed by 14 points. And I really like the way they made halftime adjustments and came out and won the second half. And that's where the games are won. Games are won in the second half. You have to finish a game. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. That is only applicable to me in some aspects of football, but hey, it worked today. Michael Johnson played a very, very, very big part in this win. Also, an offensive honorable mention who contributed to the win is Andy Dalton. He played very great outside that first interception. And like I said about this team as a whole, they went into halftime, made a lot of adjustments. The receiving core was dropping passes left and right, and they went into halftime, came out, and started catching everything that was in their area. So I'd like to just give a round of applause to this whole entire team. They actually had to come back, from 14 down in the third quarter. They actually started the game off 14-0, and then following that, Andy Dalton threw an interception, which gave the Bears very, very good field position around their 30-yard line. But our defense stepped up, our offense stepped up, and were able to come out with this victory. I was pretty PO'd playing this game. I really thought I was going to lose, but I stayed focused. The team stayed focused. They were playing great, and we ended up coming out with a win. So can this be the birth of the Cardiac Cats? I don't know if you guys were watching football when the Bengals were called the Cardiac Cats, when almost every game that they won was a close game coming from behind in the fourth quarter. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one, where we will have a primetime night game versus our rival and James Harrison's former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hope to see you guys there. That game is epic. Do not miss it.